In 2017, humanity came across a visitor in the sky, unlike anything we were used to. The first interstellar object ever seen passing through our solar system, Oumuamua. Then in 2019 came Borisov. And now on July 1st, 2025, a third traveler has appeared above us. 3I Atlas. In the last decade, this is the third interstellar guest we've met, but Atlas looks very different from the others. Strange shifts in its orbit, its unusually high speed, the angle it took entering the solar system, and its suspicious timing with planet alignments have split the scientific community and raised a serious question. Is this just a normal comet? Or could it be a probe deliberately sent by some faraway civilization?
Atlas was first spotted by the Atlas Observatory System on July 1st, 2025, when it was between Mars and Jupiter, moving at 220,000 kilometers h through the solar system. Normally, when an asteroid or comet is discovered, scientists use pre-discovery observations, going back through telescope records to find when it first appeared, in order to calculate its orbit. Looking back, NASA's TESS telescope had actually caught it way earlier, on May 7, 2025, when it was passing between Saturn and Jupiter. The object was named 3I Atlas, 3 for being the third interstellar visitor on record, I for interstellar, and Atlas after the telescope system that spotted it. Unlike planets and comets that follow closed, elliptical orbits around the Sun, Atlas follows a hyperbolic orbit, meaning it will pass by the Sun once and then head back out into interstellar space forever. In other words, it's a one-time visitor from the depths of the galaxy. So far, so normal. But studies done after its discovery revealed Atlas was very different from Oumuamua or Borisov. For starters, its entry angle into the solar system was insanely small, only about 5 degrees relative to the plane of the planets. Usually, interstellar objects dive in at steep angles. Oumuamua at 122 degrees, Borisov at 44 degrees. Atlas's path is much flatter, making it a statistical long shot. Harvard researchers published a paper on July 17, 2025, pointing out that the odds of something coming in this flat by chance were only about 0.005%. On top of that, Atlas was moving against the normal orbital flow of the planets, passing unusually close to Mars, Venus, and Jupiter along the way. That's a strange coincidence. If Atlas were artificial, it could suggest a deliberate path chosen to study key planets. The Harvard paper argued that the chance of such a strategic route happening by accident was even lower than 0.005%. And here's the creepy part. On October 29, 2025, the day Atlas would be closest to the Sun and Earth, it would be lined up directly behind the Sun from Earth's perspective, which means we won't be able to see it at all. If Atlas were artificial, this would be the perfect chance to use the Sun's gravity, and possibly its own engines, to slow down and remain in the solar system. This move is called a reverse Oberth maneuver. Doing it exactly when Earth can't watch would be a very clever choice. Normally, such a maneuver would blast out bright exhaust trails, easily visible to telescopes. But doing it behind the Sun would hide everything. The Harvard paper even raised the possibility that this could allow a hidden course change, letting Atlas settle in the solar system and maybe even pay Earth a surprise visit. Another oddity, Atlas started glowing much earlier than expected. Comets usually shine only when they get close enough to the Sun for its heat to turn their ice into gas. That gas forms a fuzzy halo called a coma, and then a tail pointing away from the Sun. But Atlas was glowing strongly, even far beyond Jupiter. Its tail was shorter than normal, and bizarrely, its coma pointed toward the Sun instead of away from it. A complete violation of physics, since the solar wind should push tails in the opposite direction. Observations with Hubble, James Webb, and other telescopes deepened the mystery. The cloud around Atlas was almost entirely carbon dioxide, unlike most comets, which are dominated by water ice. Its coma had 16 times more carbon dioxide than normal, and while its core was first thought to be 10-20 kilometers wide, later estimates put it as big as 46 kilometers, huge for a comet. In that same paper, Harvard scientists suggested Atlas might not be natural at all, but maybe some advanced tech created by an unknown civilization. If that were the case, It could fit the dark forest solution to the Fermi paradox, and that would mean its intentions might be hostile. So what is the Fermi paradox? The universe is unimaginably big, filled with countless stars and galaxies. In just the Milky Way, there could be hundreds of billions of Earth-like planets. So the obvious question is, if life is so likely, where is everybody? That's the paradox. Back in the 1950s, physicist Enrico Fermi asked, if there should be many civilizations, why haven't we seen any? On one hand, math suggests we're not alone. On the other, the universe seems silent. No ships, no signals, no evidence. One frightening explanation is the dark forest hypothesis, popularized by Liu Cixin's sci-fi series, The Three-Body Problem. The idea is simple. The universe is like a giant dark forest full of hunters, civilizations. Each one hides and stays silent because any noise could give away their location. And once another hunter knows where you are, you're a target. In this view, the silence of the cosmos isn't due to emptiness, but fear. Thinking about Atlas this way makes it much scarier. If a civilization follows this strategy, sneaking quietly into our solar system, watching planets, and moving like a hunter in the shadows would make total sense. And if we humans are already planning interstellar probes like the breakthrough Starshot project, maybe others have already done the same. At the end of the day, Harvard scientists admitted their paper was more of a thought experiment than a hard claim. These are possible scenarios, not proven facts. In a few years, Atlas will leave our solar system forever. All that will remain are our data, our theories, and our questions. Maybe it's nothing more than a block of ice and rock, or maybe it's the first intentional message the universe has sent us. Whenever we look at the sky, we all wonder the same thing. Are we alone? Atlas didn't give us an answer, but it did remind us to keep asking. The night sky may look quiet, but maybe that silence isn't as empty as we think.